there's just one thing I'm going to do, which is we didn't do a commercial this week yet. No, so let's do a commercial. I'm going to do a commercial for Vashti's blog. Can you tell people how to find your blog?
I don't even know if I want to. You know, Fort Mom is overgrown. Like, there's so many weeds covering Fort Mom. I haven't been out there to prune in, oh my God, I'm just here.
But the essence of what it is,
yes,
so that people can see.
Sure.
So what is it?
So the Fort Mom blog is, you know what it is? It's my virtual bed and breakfast. That's really what it is. And you know, right now it doesn't look like that's what it is. It doesn't feel like that's what it is. But when I think about it, because I haven't been able to get the real estate in real time that I desire to have this wonderful place where people can come and feel like there's someplace else, in the middle of the city, and commune and be under the fort, be under the protective cover of, you know, momhood, which is really my best job. Like, you know, I'm working my best when I'm using my mom skills. So Fort Mom, you know, really is that. And so some of the stuff that I've covered there, or was trying to cover there, were all of these different categories of interest that I have. Like, you know, Stoop Camp is like news from the street. I'm really interested in like the random shit, pardon me for saying so, that sort of like happens out on the stoop, you know, that passes by your house that like wouldn't be news for anybody else, but it's real newsy and interesting for me.
Yeah.
And then there's this, you know, there's a section which I really haven't done anything about, but, you know, I know there's great content for it, which is, you know, coined from another friend of mine who gets her mother gets full credit for Stay Off the Pole Money, which is supposed to be stories about, you know, all the things that female artists do to, like, you know, get a little stay off the pole money, because we really are trying to stay off the pole. We don't want that to have to be our art form. You know, there's a sort of like, where have you been Vashti section. I don't remember what that's called, because I know both
that's
from
what you
my
should call
side
it.
I know.
Where have you been?
Where have you
like,
been?
Because you go, so if you know you go away and then you come back, then you should have the where have you been.
I really should, because
like for me, I'm going to have on my website, when I have these different categories I'm working on, one is going to be, what did you do today? Because as an artist, it's like, unless you actually made a painting, sometimes you think, I didn't do anything.
Yep.
And it's like a way to say, actually, this conversation I had with someone about a poetry project they're doing is what I did today as an artist that's like significant in informing my art. So yeah, so you should have that. You should have that one.
Yeah, and then there was a section which something happened. I don't know. I'll say more about that later. But there's a St. Anne section, which now I sort of envision it differently than I had when I put it up. But yeah, basically, you know, that's what Fort Mom is. It's really sort of me extending into space what I really desire to create in real time, which is a place, you know, a fort, a protective space, you know, that the conversation that issues forth for me is really rooted in my momhood. You know, it's all of these different places that goes for me. It's really like, it is, you know, the ultimate performance art, you know, being a mom. And so, that, you know, that's the Fort Mom blog.
So how do you find it? How do you find it?
One can just Google Fort Mom Vashti, and it's going to pop up, because there are some, there's like, I don't know, some other thing. Of course, artists, please don't do what I do. Please don't do it. You know, did I ever trademark it? Did I ever license it, register it? So, I mean, luckily for me, if you type in Fort Mom, you know, blog, only I pop up now. But that may not always be the case. But you put in Vashti. So trademark your stuff really is kind of important to do that.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. That was our commercial.
Think about it.
That was our commercial.
All right.
And that was our time today.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.